Hello everyone and welcome to my bar. My name is Ansel Birch, the Indecisionist, and I will be your dungeon barkeep today. Now, I'm no expert mixologist, but like anyone tending bar this side of the Goblin Warrens, I have an adventurous spirit and a willingness to try anything once. Now, since you're here, I'm going to assume that you want a cocktail, and I do not like to disappoint, but I don't have a menu or anything, so we're going to have to make it up as we go along. If that's okay with you, I've got some gaming dice, and I think I can just use those to pick everything that would go into your drink. What do you say? Does that work for you? Yeah? Okay, good. Well, then let's go ahead and get started. I have this set of gaming dice over here. And I'll assign them to the stuff that I've got around the bar. Let's start off with the essentials. You got to have these things in a cocktail. So that's number one, which is triple sec. Triple sec is delicious. That's a sweet, like orange liqueur. What else should we put in there? Let's do a D6 to pick a garnish. What do you say? A 4. So cherries. I haven't used cherries in ages. Wow, that's so exciting. Okay, all right, we're off to a really good start. Next up is mixers, so let's pick a mixer with a D8. Here we go, I've got one of those. 6. Soda water. Okay, soda water. Nice, respectable. And last, arguably the star of the show, what kind of liquor do we want to put in there? Let's see, that's a 2. Which on the liquor chart is rum. Wait, did I already? Yeah, okay. Sounds exciting. This is going to be good. I'm really excited. Plus, it sounds dead piratey. So let's put on our pirate voices for it. What do you say? The most abusive pirate voice I can come up with. That's what I'm going to do for this. And I think I'm going to use oh yes, this will be the piratey drink. We'll here's hoping that the name bears out for being a piratey drink. Now we're going to do a little edutainment part here where we learn about a bar term in a silly piratey Devon accent. There we are, that's a 10. Muddle. We're going to muddle those cherries around in the bottom there. Now muddling is I think an underappreciated bar technique. It's where you take one of these smashy things and you smash the fruit down into the bottom of the glass, and that smashing is going to release all the flavors and put little bits of the fruit into your drink. And I think that it adds to the flavor by expressing all the oils out of the fruit, especially if you're doing like a citrus fruit. You'll get all those oils out of the rind that would otherwise just sort of be hanging out inside, unexpressed, without reaching their full potential. And I for one love it when something reaches its full potential. So muddling, I suggest we all muddle about a bit more, and I'm going to muddle the cherries in today's cocktail. So let's move on to the name of today's cocktail. I don't think there's any particularly piratey ones on this list, but this list has been put together by people online just like you, and you too can submit names to the list of names. You can go to indecisionist.com/dungeonbarkeep and check out the farm there. Turn in as many as you like Bridie Damish has turned in whole loads of them, and you too can add to the list. I pick 20 at random, and they go on to the list for the shoots. And so there's lots of chance, lots of opportunity to add your little flair to today's show, to the show. That. Now let's roll that D20. Here we are. 19, the Firekeeper. I could see there being a job on a pirate ship called the Firekeeper. Perhaps someone that tends to all the lanterns on the sides of the ship that are used for signaling to other ships. Whether it be friend or foe, those lanterns can be used to send messages, or just to allow the rest of your armada to follow along. Famously, Sir Francis Drake doused his lanterns and went off in search of a Spanish ship, leaving the rest of his armada sort of trailing off and lost for an entire night. And that's just another example of that guy being a complete arse. So let's go ahead and put together. All right, so here we are on the bar top cam. And the first thing we rolled for this one was triple sec. I think I'm going to build this one in the glass so that I can muddle everything down into it. And I think I'm going to go with one of these slightly thinner... I don't know what this shape of glass is called. It wants to be a highball, but it's just not. Triple sec is pretty overwhelmingly sweet, so I'm going to go ahead and do a half-ounce pour. There we are. There we are. We're going to do cherries last. So the next is rum, because our mixer for this one was soda water. All right, so we're going to go straight on to the rum. And we'll do a 2-ounce pour of rum. Oh, a little splooched out. There we are. I've got a tool for this. There we go. All right, I'm going to put 2 cherries into the bottom of the glass. And I'll pull out a third one for garnishing, since that is what this is meant to be. All right, and we'll set that off to the side there. Now we'll muddle the cherries. As you can see, I'm just pressing down, smashing those cherries. My muddler has spikes on the end of it that really breaks those down really nicely. All right, so we've muddled cherries into the bottom of the glass. The last thing we've got to do is add a few d6 of cold damage. Top with soda water. And garnish with a cherry. And there we have it. The Firekeeper. Now let's see how it tastes. Cheers. Well, that's really odd. Rum, triple sec, and cherries, you'd think it would be sweet enough, but for whatever reason, it's not. The soda water is keeping it pretty dry, and it's got that sort of I guess I don't know how else to say it aside from dry. It's got a dryness to it from the soda water. I suppose because there's more of it than anything else. So I feel as though you could, if you were feeling fancy, you could add more of the triple sec or a bit of simple syrup to the mix, and that would really brighten it up. Interestingly enough, you can see that the cherry is hanging out at the bottom. It's got more gravity than everything else, so that's where it's gonna live. I'm not disappointed by this drink, to be clear, but it's lacking in complexity. It's really just got the one note that's overtaken everything else. You can't really. There's just a whiff of cherry. There's just a bit of the rum is sort of the main flavor. Everything else is taking a back seat to the rum and the soda water as they play together not particularly well. I wonder. Just going to add a splash of this. This is 2-to-1 simple syrup. There we are, just a splash. Well, that's headed the right direction, but I still stand by that more triple sec, or perhaps a more assertive triple sec. If you went all the way to Cointreau, something like that, I think you might get a better experience with that on board. So, all told, the Firekeeper. Is it worth drinking? Yes, but in what circumstances? I feel as though the Firekeeper isn't about circumstance, it's about character. And I think that this is the drink consumed by the Firekeeper on the ship that your adventurers are traveling upon. That Firekeeper is a grizzled old man, an old salt who's been on the ship for ages upon ages. He's part of the planking practically, and there's much mystery around the Firekeeper and what it is that the Firekeeper does and how does he do it. He's well known across the ship for being unendingly reliable. I think that Firekeeper exclusively drinks something like this, something that's it's got a hint of exotic fruits, just a whiff of something uncharacterizable, but it's mostly rum and water with some cherries. Albeit fizzy water, so perhaps he's got some sort of water fizzing technology available to him. But yes, I think that's what the Firekeeper says to me. But how about you? Will you make the Firekeeper at home? Do you think it'll make you think of an old salt who keeps the fires on deck? Or something else? Let me know. You can reach out to me on Instagram and Twitter at Dungeon Barkeep, or you can reach out to the Indecisionist on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Indecisionist in most places, or check out my website at indecisionist.com/dungeonbarkeep, and the link to that is in the doobly-doo down below. But the most important thing is that I say thank you for joining me today. Drink adventurously.